wie die Väter einst aus Deutschland nicht das Geld erhielten, sondern selbst nicht schaffen mussten.
Jewish immigrants from all over Europe have come to America for numerous reasons in their countries, and they have been a great impact to America socially, media-wise, and politically. Many Jewish immigrants had come to America for numerous reasons involving their conflicts in their country. As of Europe, the immigration split into three parts: the Sephardic, the German, and the Eastern Europe. In 1820, there were about 3,000 Jewish immigrants in America. By 1880, there were 300,000, which was a significant increase in immigrants. But where did they all go? Well, the Jewish immigrants from the Central Europe went to places like New Amsterdam or New York, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. While the German-speaking Jewish immigrants went to places and made places such as Cincinnati or Albany. So the first Jews to come to America were the Sephardic Jews, who were persecuted in places like Brazil. They were persecuted because the new leaders in Brazil had no tolerance of other religions such as Judaism. So because of their persecution, they immigrated to places now known as New Amsterdam, to places called New Amsterdam, which is now known as New York. In 1939 through 1940, over half of the immigrants in America were Jewish. You may wonder why so suddenly. Well, this is very commonly known as the Holocaust. Yeah, because of the Jewish persecution in Germany and other areas in Europe, so many Jews had to come to America to not be so persecuted. So many Jews came that that America had to limit their visas. So in the end, 200,000 Jews had come to America as of immigration in 1939 to 1943. So the last type of Jews that came to America were the Eastern Europe Jews and the Russian Jews. The Russian Jews came to America due to discrimination in Russia of the Jews after the murder of Alexander II of Russia, also known as Alexander the Liberator. More than 90% of the Jews that left Russia because of the persecution had come to America as immigrants. And including all the other Eastern Europe Jewish immigrants, they had all come to seek a better life than before.
Since the Jews have immigrated to the United States, they have proven to be a very essential part of society, whether that means in Hollywood, media, business officials, and/or politics. For instance, Hollywood, many famous actors such as Mila Kunis, Adam Sandler, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and many other actors have stated themselves to be very strong Jews. People of the Jewish ethnicity and religion have also proven to be avid participants in media and business. For instance, the Goldman Sachs and Lehman Brothers, they come from a fine heritage of Jewish people, as well as Larry King, the host of Larry King Live, of course, and David Westin, the president of ABC News. As you can see, because of the immigration of the Jews in the past, they have now come out as profound members of American society. Jewish immigrants have impacted a majority of America's media through means such as, but not limited to, operating in groups so that it's easier to push and pull each other through society in hierarchy, and controlling vast areas of wealth in America up to ranges of 70%. They also participate in politics. Quote unquote, the power of Jewish Americans can be seen in the participation of their current politics, This ethnic group has the largest turnout of voting with 60 to 70%. And they also create stereotypical images of their own ethnicity and religion to attract attention to their media. Therefore, because of the Jewish immigrants, many current Jewish people, thanks to their ancestors, have become a very vital part of American society.
America implemented many policies that both benefited and hurt / jeopardizes Jewish-based diasporas. During the time of the Jewish immigration into America, the Great Depression was underway as well. So, the United States adopted a policy of isolationism, which is the policy of remaining apart from the affairs or interests of other groups, especially the political aspect. The U.S. State Department policies also made it very hard for immigrants to enter the country because of increasing anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is intense dislike and prejudice against Jewish people. Also, immigration laws restricted the ability of Jewish people to get a visa.
Various U.S. presidents took measures in supporting Jewish diasporas. President Franklin D. Roosevelt took policies in order to rescue European Jews who were under persecution from Germany. Also, presidents such as President Truman supported more open immigration policies for Jewish diasporas. Under authority of an executive order, around between 1946 and 1948, around 16,000 Jewish refugees entered the U.S. Also, acts such as the Displaced Persons Act in 1948, Congress granted approximately 400,000 visas to immigrants, which is more than what was supposed to be granted in the first place. And 80,000 of those visas were granted to Jewish diasporas. The last thing that affected political and economic impacts was that U.S. declared war against Germany. At that time, 45% of the immigrants in 1941 were Jewish. But after the war started, in December of 1941, the influx of people immigrating to the U.S., it died down until it became almost non-existent as the German Nazis murdered many people. During this time, the Jewish people were almost entirely dependent on the financial and technical assistance coming from America and Israel. In conclusion, the U.S. had a very heavy impact on Jewish refugees, political and economic measures. The Jewish people since their migration have contributed to American society. Their various origins have helped create a vast array of cultures within their people group. They started out as oppressed immigrants, but since then have become household names throughout American society.